because of hunger. Because we have adequate stocks of food, not just here at the coast, but all over the country, the government has already rolled 1.6 billion shillings kitty to cater for Kenyans in strain, especially where they don't have food. And for the next 5 months, all the way to May, we are going to supply food items to the areas that are in need. The Regional Committee, Security Committee have assured me that they will be working overtime to ensure that that process is smooth, security of food, and making sure that that food reaches the intended beneficiaries. As you are aware, our war on drugs and terror, we have elevated it to a new level. All the officers here have been adequately briefed on what they need to do, because this is one war against drugs and terror that we must win by all means. It doesn't matter what it takes, whatever it takes, whatever it costs. The government of Kenya has resolved that this is one item. This is one war, because the war on drugs is actually a war that we are fighting for our children and for our future. There is no option and there is no possibility of us contemplating losing this war, because if we lose this war, we will lose our children and we will have no future. And therefore, the officers, especially in this region, have been given firm and clear instructions on what needs to be done for us to deal decisively, firmly, and conclusively with the war on terror and drugs, because it is a war that one feeds into the other. Drug money is being used to finance terrorist activities. And terrorism and terrorists are facilitating the trade in drugs. And therefore, it's a twin war that we must win. Those engaged in this business have already been given notice that the end has come. There is no more space, there is no more room, there is no more time for them to engage in that trade. And as I said with clarity, they have to look for another destination, they have to look for another country. This Kenya, there is no place for them. It doesn't matter who they are. It doesn't matter how much money they have. It doesn't matter how much influence they think they have. It doesn't matter how much political clout they claim to have. We are firm in our resolve, and we will deal with them firmly and conclusively. And clarity in the instructions that have been given cannot be as clear as we have gotten. So thank you very much. That was a brief discussion I had with the regional security. And we will now embark on the other issues that we have come to deal with around here. Thank you very much. Yes, can we start with Njeri? You want something?
Mr. Deputy President, kindly allow me to...
3 questions are too many.
Yeah, just
That's one.
on the 3 issues that you have raised. Yeah, one, it's about this renewed vigor to fight the drug menace. Recently, we were told, and I think it's the regional coordinator who said that there has been a problem that security officers from the region have been compromised, I think, by people who are in this business, and that is why we have not seen action. So I would like to ask if for sure the government knows that there are security officers who are coming in between the fight against drugs. How come we have not seen any action on such people? Second, from I think as early as last week, the president, yourself, and other senior officers are talking really tough about the actions that you are taking on these drug traffickers. You appear also to be pointing fingers at some people who look like they're very influential. You have just said that. But we have not seen any form of action. This business has gone on for long. Then maybe the last question is about the issue of drought. You say that, I think last week we were told that maize has been imported to help people who are hard hit by drought. But in some areas in this country, like I'll say like the central province, I can give an example of Nyandarua, we have farmers selling their potatoes, cabbages, and horticulture at a throwaway price, 800 baht for a bag of potatoes. Why is it that the government cannot buy food from such people and deliver to ones that are hit by hunger? Asante.
Let me answer those ones. Let me answer first. Njeri, we haven't imported any maize from anywhere. If there is any information to that effect, it is not information that is truthful. All the food items that we are currently distributing around the country are food items that have been bought from local producers. Secondly, yes, there could be officers that have been compromised by the drug barons. But we have been very clear, and I do not want to mention here some of the disciplinary actions that have been taken against officers that have been suspected to have participated or to have been compromised in one way or another. That process is ongoing. There is a lot that is happening around our security teams to ensure that the laxity that has existed in the past, we deal with it firmly. I also want to tell you that the combined efforts of our security personnel and other partners, including the US and others, has given new impetus. You know, the link and the coordination and the partnership has given us new impetus and given us new leverage on dealing with this menace, realizing that drugs is not a national issue. It is not just a regional issue. It is also an international issue because it cuts across many countries. And we have now found the link and the coordination and the partnership that is giving us better results in the dealing with the matter of drugs in the country. I'll take another two questions. Yes, my friend?
Yes. My name is Galgalo Bocha from Daily Nation. Mr. Deputy President, in 2003, when the retired president, Mwai Kibaki, was seeking re-election, he embarked on a similar campaign, which faded off after he got re-election. Is this a ploy by Jubilee government to use the issue of drugs as a campaign tool?
Our position on matters to do with drugs has not changed. We did take the position that we were going to deal firmly with matters to do with the drugs from day one. our position has been consistent. Our position has been clear and consistent. What has happened with the new collaboration that has given us additional leverage and capacity to identify the characters. And last year, for example, the president presided over the destruction of a ship. The other year, we were on the same warpath with drug barons. So our war with the drug barons has been consistent from the time we took office. And it is going to escalate even more, not because of the elections, because it is a justified war, a war that will give us the opportunity to manage our future and to protect our children. Yes, my friend, the last question.
My name is Peter Mwangangi from NTV. I have two questions. Yesterday in Changamwe, you were very clear that those who are engaged in the drug business will follow in the footsteps of their cashiers. Now, does that mean that we do not have faith in our own system? And secondly, will we see this war on the drugs being also extended, this renewed vigor being extended to issues of corruption?
Why not? I mean, our matters to do with issues of corruption, whenever corruption has been identified, investigated, and brought to our attention, we have made sure that the relevant agencies have the requisite resources to prosecute those cases. We have also been very, very clear that there will be prosecutions in our own courts. As you are aware, we did push through Parliament legislation that ensures that people engaging in drugs do not just go into court and get bail, just like as though it is a simple exercise. The ones that many people argued against are security laws. But we were passing the security laws to ensure that we give our security agencies sufficient time to ensure that people engaged in sale of drugs do not just get, in and out of courts merely because they have money to pay bail and to do this or the other. So we are very clear on how this is going locally. We have enhanced the laws locally. We have created partnership now. When people are suspected by other countries and other countries have information that indeed these people have been engaged in this trade, it is natural for us, being partners in this war, to ensure that these people are handed over to the people with enough information, sufficient information to prosecute them. Because as they get prosecuted, it is not just those countries, it is including our country that benefits from that fight.